Okay, I want to talk today about the first thing on your list. If you're following the business activity tracker, or if you're following, which you should be following anyway, or if you're doing it in Power Pockets, either way, this is one of the important tasks that you want to make sure you do every single day, or whatever days you're working. Maybe you're working your business 5 days a week. You want to make sure that you're doing this as part of your business, even as a brand new coach, and that is adding to your network. When I signed up to coach, I had 2 Instagram friends. Two. So I definitely needed some help adding to my network. And I think I had 150 Facebook friends, and most of them were family. So if I wouldn't have started adding to my network immediately, I would have quickly gone through my warm market, and I'd have the same family members watching my stuff over and over and not be reaching anybody new or building new relationships with people. Plus, you want to start now. Even if you have a pretty big network, you want to start now, because a lot of times the people that come to me for help with their health and fitness have been watching me for 3 months, 6 months, a year. I've had people that come to me and say, I've been watching you for 2 years on Instagram and just now am reaching out to you. So it takes people time sometimes to get enough courage to reach out to someone and to get enough trust. They really like to follow someone for a while sometimes. So start adding those people now so that they can start following you now. They can start following your journey. You can build that relationship and that connection with them, because that's what this business is all about. So ways to add to your network, and this really shouldn't take much time. It could take you anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So if you're doing your power hour, then you're sitting down and you're probably doing all these tasks at once. But if you're busy and you're just doing these in little power pockets, wake up in the morning, pick up your phone before you look at your email, Facebook, anything. Don't do any of that until you get this done. You go right to adding to your network. Bam, get 3 to 5 people added to your network or more. If you have extra time, you can always do more. But minimum of 3 to 5 people takes you a couple minutes. You're done with your first task. You can check off this first part of your business work for the day. Like, it doesn't have to take a lot of time. So I'm going to give you some tips on what to do. For Facebook, if you are running your business mostly on Facebook, if you're a newer coach, you can go to the friends and go to recommended friends and add the people that Facebook recommends. It already recommends people based on how many mutual friends you have with those people. So that's where you're going to find old college people you knew that you don't have on Facebook, or high school people because they're friends with other high school people, or your husband or wife's cousins, or people that you already really kind of know or knew in the past, but you just never added them as a friend. So those are all people that already know who you are. You're not a complete stranger. So you can add them on Facebook. Facebook is more for people you somewhat know or have met before or somehow have a connection, whereas Instagram can be more for following complete strangers and meeting people all over the world, because that's kind of what Instagram's about. It's not weird on Instagram, whereas people are a little more weird if they have no idea who you are on Facebook. But if they see they have a bunch of mutual friends, or they've met you once or twice, or they remember you from high school, they're probably going to accept that friend request. So you quickly go through and start adding. And I wouldn't do more than, 15 at a time on Facebook, because Facebook might be like, oh, you are a robot scamming people, I'm going to put you in Facebook jail. So don't overdo it. I know it can be easy when it recommends a bunch of people. And think of people that would be in your market, or people that you would connect with. If it's somebody that you don't know that you would necessarily connect with as a friend or relate to, it's probably not going to be as likely that that person's going to come to you or be a part of your business in the future, or even just build a relationship with you. So that's how you are going to do it on Facebook as a new coach. Once you're a coach for a while, all those recommendations seem to be other coaches that are on your team, so that doesn't work so well. So other ways I do it, I go to friends of my friends. So I'll go to my husband's account, I'll go to his friends, and I'll scroll through all his friends list and be like, oh, I met that person a couple times when we were out. Oh, I met that person at his reunion. Oh, that's one of his cousins. I see her at the family reunion once a year. So I can go through and I start recognizing people that I've met, that I know, or that have a ton of mutual family relationships or friend relationships. And it wouldn't be weird if you have like 15 of the same mutual friends. It's not going to be so weird to send someone a friend request. So I find a lot of people that way. Then I'll go to my sister's account and I'll look at her friends and be like, oh my gosh, I remember when I went out to dinner with her and her nursing friends. I remember those people and meeting them, so I can add them. So I go to friends lists, and that's a way I can find other people. And the third way on Facebook is interest groups. So if you are, there's different groups for different things. So I'm in a group for homeschooling moms. And if I start building a relationship with some of those homeschooling moms, I can send them a friend request. Recommend not talking about your business or advertising your business in those interest groups, because people get very mad about that, because that's not usually what they're for. But it doesn't mean you can't build relationships with people in there, people that you'll automatically relate to because you have something in common, and then send them a friend request. That's it. If you want to send a little message when you send them a friend request and say, hey, I remember when I went out to dinner with you and my sister years ago and with all the nursing group or nursing friends, or hey, I know we're both in that homeschool group together and you have a son the same age as mine, thought it would be fun to connect on Facebook. If you send a message, sometimes it helps make it more likely that they'll request it, or you can send it after they accept your friend request just to start a conversation going. Simple as that. Instagram, if you want to build your network on Instagram, Instagram's fun because it's for strangers. Like, you can really tap into as big of a market as you want on Instagram. There isn't a limit, because that's what Instagram's about, and it's not weird for most people that are on Instagram, for strangers to follow them and follow them back. So Instagram also has a recommended list, and so you can look through that first. The other way to find people on Instagram is hashtags. So if you go to a little search bar, you can search for hashtags. So search for ones that have a lot of people that use that hashtag, like in the millions. So I might search hashtag homeschool mom, and I'll scroll through and be like, oh, she looks like a nice person. Click on her profile, scroll through, make sure she's not a coach or running a business already. And if she's not, I'll like a few of her pictures, I'll comment on a few, and I'll follow her. And if there's something on there you can think of to message them, that's even better. So a lot of times I'll message people and say, like a year ago, I first started homeschooling. So I followed all these homeschool moms, and I'd like their pictures, I'd comment, and I'd send a message and say, hey, hope it's not weird I followed you. I am brand new to homeschooling my 12-year-old boy. How old are the kids that you homeschool? Or how old are your kids? Or how long have you been homeschooling? I'll ask them a question, and I will connect with them on something we actually have interest. I'm not connecting with them to invite them to a challenge group. I'm not connecting with them to ask them to buy something. My goal is just to connect with people, to make friends, to have some positive conversations back and forth and get to know people. It'll naturally come into, if that person's meant to be a part of your tribe, if that person needs help with health and fitness, they will naturally be drawn to you, and that will come later. Right now, you're just focused on being a nice person in the world and on social media and building relationships and getting to know people and finding those people that you really connect with and can have conversations with. So don't think of it as, oh, I wonder if this person would want to buy a challenge pack. Don't think of it like that. That's weird. Just think of it as, who would I connect with? Who would I relate to? Who would I want to be friends with? And do it that way. The third way on Instagram is to follow, say you have an account that you like, or like say there's somebody very inspirational with fashion or health and fitness or whatever is an interest of yours that you like to follow their bigger account, as long as it's not another coach. Go to their followers, because people that are also following that account probably have something in common with you and probably would relate to you. So that's another way to find people that would connect with you. Even better way, because a lot of people are kind of inactive on Instagram. They have Instagram accounts but are inactive, or they're private. Another way is, like, for those big accounts, I'll look at their pictures and look at who commented on their pictures. People that have commented or liked their pictures from that big account are active on Instagram. So those are the people I'll go to their page, scroll super quick, like a few pictures, comment, and follow them, because I already know we have something in common that we can connect with later on down the road. So that's it. Just add those people to your network. Simple as that. You'll get quicker and quicker at it. It gets really easy. It doesn't take much time, so don't overthink it. Just add those people. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it, because this part is supposed to be a really quick and easy part of your business. All right, so that's Power Pocket number 1. Go get started.